the comparison you've all been waiting for between the 15 Pro 16 and the Infinix Hot 60. These phones pretty much come with the same specs, but when it comes to real-life experience and usage, it's a whole different story. That's exactly what I'm going to try to share with you in this video. In this video, I'll be sharing a comparison between these two phones, the 15C and the Infinix Hot 60. And as always, don't forget to like the video so it reaches more people, and subscribe to the channel so you always get the latest updates. And the first thing I'll start with is the price. In this video, I'm going to compare the base versions, meaning the lowest price you can get. The 15C comes with 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, and its price is 1,250 dirhams. That's how much it's sold for. The Infinix Hot 60 comes with 6 GB of RAM and 120 GB of storage, and its price is 1,200 dirhams. A 50 dirham difference isn't really much. Of course, both phones also have other versions, like the one with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage, which costs 1,400. The 15C with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage costs 1,400. 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB on the 15C costs 1,600. So, as a first observation, the 15C is a bit more expensive than the 60. Anyway, today we're going to compare the lowest available versions and the lowest prices you can buy them for. We're looking at the best budget phone, more or less, compared to the competitors in this price range. And the first thing is that the design of the phones is different from the back. Of course, on the Infinix, the cameras are arranged vertically, while on the 15C, the cameras are almost in a square shape. The backs are pretty similar, but the 15C tends to pick up fingerprints a bit more than the 60, and the finish is a bit glossier. Naturally, they're both made of plastic. The frame is flat, and the design on the back looks nice on both of them. It just depends on what you prefer. But if we turn the phones to the front, the first thing you'll notice is that the Infinix 60 has a better design than the 15C, especially if you look at the top bezel of the screen. As you can see, on the 15C, the selfie camera comes in a notch that's kind of an old-fashioned style now. On the 60, the camera is in a punch hole in the screen, which gives the phone a more attractive look from the front. That's the design aspect of these phones. As for the screens, both phones come with LCD screens with HD+ resolution. Their brightness is about the same. Under sunlight, both have good visibility, and both come with a 120 Hz refresh rate. So here, the only difference is in the design. But the first thing that's different, aside from the design, is the speakers. The 15 comes with a single speaker at the bottom of the phone, a mono speaker. On the other hand, the Infinix comes with speakers that output sound from both the bottom and the top. We have 2 speakers on the 60, so in terms of sound, the 60 is better than the 15. Both phones use the same port, as you can see, and both have a regular headphone jack. You can also use a memory card and 2 SIM cards at the same time on both. The fingerprint sensor on both the 15 and the 60 is integrated into the power button, as you can see, and when it comes to performance, the Infinix unlocks faster than the 15. This is because of the software or the interface on the 15, which is a bit heavy when it comes to animations. That's why it seems a bit slower than the 60. The fingerprint sensor or the screen unlocks faster on the 60. I'll talk more about this interface issue in a bit, especially when I discuss the processors. Both of these phones, the 15 and the 60, have the same processor inside. It's the 180. When I talk about the same processor, so we should have the same performance on both phones. But as you can see, Xiaomi's interface is a bit heavy. When I did the test to see which one opens apps faster, the 60 almost always opened them quicker than the 15. In most cases, when you open an app, the 60 is ahead, then the 15 follows. This isn't because of the processor. The processor, as I told you, gives the same performance, but it's because Xiaomi's interface or software is a bit heavy. That's why the phone feels slower compared to the 60, even though they have the same processor. Of course, first of all, they're both running with the same settings. Naturally, both phones come with their own interfaces. The Infinix 60 comes with Infinix's interface, and the 15 comes with Xiaomi's interface. As for the battery and fast charging, they're different in these two phones. The 15 comes with a larger battery, 6,000 mAh, while the 60 comes with 5,160 mAh. The Redmi 15 supports 33W fast charging, and the Infinix 60 supports fast charging at 50W. So, in terms of fast charging, it might seem like the Infinix is ahead of the Redmi 15, but when it comes to battery capacity, the 15 is ahead of the 60. But what's nice here with the 15 and missing in the other one is that this time they included a 33W charger with the 15 in the box. A fast charger with 33W power, the same speed as the phone supports. As for the Infinix OXO 60, even though it supports 45W, they only included an 18W charger in the box with the phone. So, if you want to take advantage of the 45W supercharge on the Infinix, you'll need to buy a 45W charger separately. As for the camera comparison between the 60 and the Redmi 15 in terms of specs, both come with the same camera of 50 megapixels. And even when I tested the photos with both, I got almost the same results. Pretty much the same details, as you can see in most of the photos, and even the same processing. Both of them have colors that are close to real life. And this is something I didn't mention about the 15. Compared to other phones where we didn't see photos close to reality, the 15 actually processes photos well, almost like the 60. Sometimes you might find the 60 has a slight edge in certain situations. As for the selfie camera, I also took a bunch of photos to show you, but I noticed that this selfie camera gives more detail than the selfie camera on the 15. And of course, the 15 has competitors in the budget category, like the 71, which I still haven't reviewed for you yet. But why did I choose these two specifically to compare? Because they outperform their competitors in terms of sales. And there's one feature that we all ask for nowadays, which is these two phones, the 60 and the other one, both have this feature. Their competitors in this price range currently don't have it. That's why I decided to bring you the comparison between the 15 and the 60 first. I hope this video was helpful for you and that you saw the difference between these two phones and now know which one to choose. That's all for this video. We'll see you in another video, God willing. Take care and may God protect you.